We started the adventure chasing after the Oracle, who seemed to have been abducted. After we headed down the tunnel, we found that she had been trapped by a water hag inside of some kind of cage made of living water. Uh, we ended up freeing her with a cleverly planned destroy water and then took down the hag. After we took down the hag, the Oracle was pleased and decided that she would read our fortune for us before the night ended. We all sat inside of a prayer circle where the only thing that was passed around was more work to do, in my opinion. And then we took a good night rest, and the next morning we headed to the city of Astoria. The city was in full swing of a wine festival where we sat and watched a play of the history of Thylea. After the play, someone lost control of a wine cart. Morgarain caught one of the runaway wine barrels, while the rest of us dodged them. The owner of the runaway cart apologized profusely and offered us a gold for our troubles. We then headed to the market district where Silas bought a cursed necklace that we believed to have been stolen. We decided to head back to Vulcan's hall to speak to the forge master for Adonis. We found the forge master named after the hall, and he seemed really upset that we had no idea who he actually was. To prove himself, Adonis plunged his hand into the magma that was feeding the forge. Screaming in pain, Vulcan was unimpressed by Adonis and called his actions foolish. He then told us to leave his forge as he was not impressed. Now with one less pair of hands, we head to the Dragon Tooth part of town for lodgings, and that's where the end of the recap is.
All right, thank you very much. I will state that you didn't watch the theater yet. That hasn't happened yet, but you did see ads for it, like kind of papers and stuff like that.
Oh, I thought we watched like a whole play.
No, I never even did it. Each play, there's 3 plays, and they run during the week, during the night.
Oh.
Yeah.
My bad.
It's okay. Alright, as we jump back in, as Callius is randomly in the background. No idea what the hell's going on. Alright. As for you, Callius, I don't know if did you get the recap where I told you your Oracle thing or no?
Yeah, I did.
Alright, sweet. So this place feels familiar to you. This place feels weird. It feels like home, but it's like you've never been here before.
This is also where apparently Daddy lives. The god.
A guy you never met in your life.
Yeah, I'm gonna have team huddle before we decide to deal with that can of worms.
Yeah, and the funny thing is when you left the forge, in quotations because you weren't there, you felt like you had some kind of family ordeal with that old dwarf.
Sure picked the best days to miss sessions.
Yeah, well, it's the early stuff. Lots of stuff is going to happen in the early shit.
Right in the beginning.
Alright, speaking of stuff that happened, there's a new person I don't know here. So I haven't met last year's yet.
Yeah, who the hell is this guy right here? You see a young human, dark skin with white hair, golden eyes, lots of like bone earrings and stuff like that in his ear, wearing dark leather, covering up a breastplate. He's looking at you. He looks fairly small. He's about 4 foot tall, and he looks at you like side-eyed, and he's like, "Who is this guy?" There's a lot of you guys.
I'm a friend. You are?
And this is Calyx. He's one of our original members. He just had to dip out for a minute.
Oh, well, I'm Astrios, I guess. Calyx, right? It's a lot of your names I have to remember.
All right. I mean, not hard. We got maybe Timber, Boograin, uh, Phyllis, and yours is.
Astrios.
Oh, yes. See, not that hard.
Yeah. Speak for yourself. And he goes to the bar.
Is he old enough to drink?
He's a little young. That one. I don't think he should be drinking.
I think he told us he's actually older. He just has a very youthful appearance.
Well,
Do you believe that?
Why would he lie?
oh,
Mm,
uh,
sometimes
why
it's
would
just
he
a
not?
matter.
What can I help you, darling? As she looks at you, she stands cleaning a couple cups. As she looks towards you, as you see a dog there waiting for its owner.
What kind of breed is that?
I don't know. It's not mine. I think it's a mixture of something.
Cute dog. I have a mudslide. As dirty as you can make it.
She looks at you squintingly, and she doesn't say anything. She mixes a bunch of alcohols into each other. It'll be 2 copper.
He slides her a silver.
She takes it.
Make sure the dog gets something to eat with that. He leans back and he enjoys his drink. It looks like chocolate milk, but it's an alcoholic beverage.
So what's the general mood of this place? Is it loud and...
Oh, it's loud and it's bustling with people. You can even see people obviously showing true colors and face across the entirety of this place. As people obviously are nonchalantly showing their just like they're big rowdy, eating things, talking gossip. If you like, you can roll perception on gossip.
Okay.
Can Astros roll perception as he's enjoying his drink?
Sure. You guys can all roll if you want. You don't have to. Like, it's up to you, of course. All right. As Astros. All right. You guys all hear something. You can all roll a d8. Maybe you'll hear the similar thing, obviously, but maybe you won't. As we start with Moo Grain, you do hear, obviously, a kind of rumor of teenagers in the region have been disappearing lately, including Thurkiles, the daughter of Thurkiles. Thurkiles is an old man who runs the the vineyards in Astoria.
I'd definitely share that. What do you think this means?
I honestly don't know. Are you talking to me?
Well,
Yeah,
Anyone?
You're not even there.
I'm at my table here.
I meant him. He just got a drink.
Why are we sitting at this small table? There's a bigger table in back.
Oh, I didn't see. Oh, much more room.
much nicer.
I'll start heading that way.
Is there any live entertainment here in the bar?
Not this moment.
Okay, so I'll come up to the bartender and I'll give her the big flourish, give her a big flashy smile and say, "Hello, my name is
We met
Timber."
before.
Yes, we did, didn't we? Fantastic. Do you mind if I play again?
Hmm.
How about we start out with 2 pitchers of your house red wine? So I'm a customer also. I'm not looking to make music, I'm looking to make friends.
She
I'm not
looks
looking to
at
make
you.
money, I'm looking to make friends.
She looks at you as she. That's 2 pitchers. You want 2 pitchers of wine?
Yes, please, share with my friends. They
Alright.
seem to have taken up tables at the back room.
Alright, they charge you a gold piece for the 2 pitchers.
I'll gladly pay it. Then I'll come skipping back across the room with my 2 pitchers of wine. Hey, I've procured 2 pitchers of wine and the rights to play in the room again. Yay!
I like your entrepreneurism, Timber.
It's timbre.
Timbre. Like music timbre. Sorry about that.
Yes. It's all good. It's all good. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Are you sure we can have this?
I already paid for it. Yes, go for it. Just save me a glass. When it goes test the temperature of the room out here.
See, Astros immediately fills up his cup.
Slow down, kiddo.
Because the wine is fresh and delicious, as it obviously is produced here in the vineyards. As it has a very sweet taste to it and a nice savory finish. As it makes your lips purplish red when you drink it.
You see, he does the whole like sommelier thing, like aerates it around, takes a sip, and stuff like that. This is actually pretty nice. So,
Go ahead.
what are we gonna be doing our first night here? Is it just gonna be chilling around, or do we actually have an objective?
I want to see a play. And I do want to point out I have my pseudo drake with me, kind of wrapped around my shoulder. Brawn.
I wouldn't mind seeing the play tonight.
We should probably do as the Oracle says, though.
What
And
it,
head to the necropolis.
I
They
think we
didn't.
had things to do here, though, right?
I know me personally, I have to go to the necropolis to speak to that guardian or whatever.
You do notice Kira's not with you.
Is anyone seen Kira?
She's
Just
she's an adult. She can go where she pleases.
Yeah, but she's kind of been like the one guiding us this whole time. He takes his cup and he starts looking for her.
Seems like she
Just catch
never,
me up on the conversation.
Seems like she never entered the tavern. As Eve, you do hear you do hear a rumor of the Order of Sidon has demanded destruction of a temple, the five of the 5 in Mithros.
that doesn't sound good.
And what is with Sidon and going after all these other temples?
Maybe he feels inadequate?
Well, must be. So, what is all on our to-do list? I know mine is akin to keeping an eye out for a locket of some sort. Not much to go on there, so I'm just gonna have to wait till.
Silas, were you drinking or eating by chance?
Me?
Yes.
Sure.
All right. As you try to down any liquor or anything, you throw it up, as you cannot ingest it for some reason. So you just watch yourself spit it back in the cup.
What the hell?
Are you all right?
You okay there, buddy?
Did you get a bone in there, bro?
As it feels like your throat's seizing up, as it does not want to engulf it.
He kind of clutches at his throat, almost like it's kind of like scratchy or there's something stuck in there.
What's that watery sound in the background?
That is my dog drinking tons of water.
I was like, is someone
It's
just
realistic.
playing water?
Yep. No, so he kind of like clutches at his throat, almost like it's scratchy, and tries taking another sip. And there's nothing.
As you can't even down it, as it gets to your tongue, but you swish it in your mouth, but you can't swallow it.
Is there something in your throat you need me to look?
And how are you going to do that?
Someone do a
No,
medicine
open
check?
your mouth wide enough.
Uh,
I could honestly
sure.
check in your throat, to be honest.
I guess. Does anyone have a good enough light source?
no.
He'll try and like open up his mouth for her to look inside.
I'll try to squint
Smells
into his
like
mouth to see if I see anything.
It looks fine, but it looks like he could use a nice brushing.
You brush your teeth a little, but other than that, I don't see anything.
Yeah, it's
Can I do a medicine check on him to see if he has like some kind of disease?
Sure.
Damn.
Nice.
You look across his tonsils, his throat. It doesn't look like he has any illness or anything like that. Obviously, in this day and age, it's hard to tell. But he doesn't look. His throat looks fine, but it's something that won't let him ingest.
Alright, then I go and I ritually cast Detect Magic. If I can borrow the pearl. No. What does Detect Magic require?
The pearl.
Yeah, a pearl. I don't know who has a pearl.
Yeah, I think Timber.
Amber has it right now.
Amber has the pearl.
Amber.
Yeah, he's playing music right now. He's like dancing around.
Oh, I'll totally interrupt that. He tries to come up cordially and stuff like that, and he's like, "Sorry, Timber, I know you're doing your thing, but I think it's Silas, is it?
Yes.
Silas is something's going on with him, man. And I'm gonna need that pearl out of your pocket."
Okay, so Timber plays the pan flute, so he's got his mouth on the pan flute, and he's kind of like tap dancing on the floor. So he just kind of thrusts his hip at you, and there's a pouch on his hip. It's a leather pouch with a standard, button type of thing.
He snatches it right off. The whole pouch. Return it.
As Timber stops. No, not the whole thing, God damn it! I thought you'd just take the pearl out of it.
He's already gone.
Fuck. He stops playing and he just kind of runs after you.
Yeah, he dumps the pearl. He dumps the pearl out. He sets the bag on the table.
Everything just spills out.
Yeah, there's some silver pieces and copper pieces and bits and
He sets it
bobs.
down gently. He just goes in there, and just reaches for something round. Do you have anything else round and small in there?
That would be the only thing there. There's coins and just baubles and crap.
He just pulls out the pearl.
Alright.
Did you guys happen to find anyone that might be able to...
I can't hear you, Adonis. You're so quiet.
Did you guys happen to find anyone that could make a makeshift hand?
They haven't been even bothering with that. They're focusing on other things at the moment. As they do
We
notice,
could probably.
they notice Silas is unable to quench a thirst or swallow anything.
Yeah. As I cast
Oh.
detect magic over Silas
As a spell or as a
Anything
ritual?
come up?
as a ritual.
Alright, it'll take 10 minutes. In the meantime,
Does
we go
anyone
back-
have identify?
Nope.
I have identify.
Oh, God, I don't have
Maybe
identify,
cast that
but,
as well.
You have to touch. It's a touch
a
spell.
pearl.
Alright. Yeah, give me a second. So. Alright, so go back to the whispers here. As Timber, you eventually stop playing your music, you do hear of a massive hurricane is brewing off the coast of Mithros. It could be weeks before it's safe to travel to the city. The roads are nearby or close to Mithros.
Interesting.
As Calyx, you hear about Vulcan, an old dwarven blacksmith, has been grumpier than unusual lately. He claims to be the god of the forge, but everyone just humors him.
I think we know that one.
Yeah, I think he'll admit that's a nice dwarf.
Who rolled a 6? Was that 6? Was that you, Timber, twice? Accidentally? No, 6.
Looks like it. Apologize.
Alright, no worries. Anybody else want to roll rumors? You're welcome to if you haven't rolled yet. Just in case, if you wanted to get something.
What do I need to roll?
Perception first. 9 CLILS, you don't get shit, but it makes sense. You're more focused on you, strangely unable to do anything. As Adonis, you got a 12. You could roll a D8 to see what kind of rumor you get. You might get double rumor, so let's see. A 6, alright. As this is something what you were interested in actually. Is your rumor in the distance, the copper mines of Astoria are struggling to produce enough ore to meet needs of the city. Only the Mithra mines could be reclaimed.
Oh, sorry. Only the what mines can be reclaimed?
The Mithril mines.
Okay. Mm,
So it's not under their jurisdiction. It seems like it's been taken over.
so I understand correctly, the copper mines are not meeting the quota,
Yes.
and the mithril mines are the only substitute.
Yes.
They don't have jurisdiction.
They need to reclaim it. Issue is whoever owns it could be anything really, honestly. It could be monsters, it could be anything really. Or a faction.
Could I talk to the person who I heard this rumor from?
No, you just hear it like in the background. They're just talking about it and stuff like that, and they kind of switch.
Is there any way I could maybe further investigate that?
Well, you'll have to ask around. Not in here, for that's for sure.
Okay.
People are very limited to what they know, but it obviously comes down to maybe you're lucky enough to wait until midnight for the dwarves. That's the dwarves come back real late at night because they work long shifts.
Okay.
Alright, sorry. As after that time has passed, you identify as you detect magic. Sorry, you do detect off Silas. He has a rather evil item on him because it looks like it's corrupt. As you feel almost an ominous of like a curse on this individual. as it's somewhere in his around his neck.
I don't think I ever put it on. I put it in like my
It-
pouch, but yeah, so it'd be coming from like my side in a pouch.
Yeah, it's like a glowing, ominous purple.
Ooh, it's in your pouch right there. He points to your side.
Just some money. Oh, and this silly necklace that some beggar sold me the other day. Someone told me it was probably stolen,
It was the
but
same day.
I'd already, or yeah, but I had already bought it, so I didn't know what to do with it.
You
And he
see,
kind of
Druid
brings it
pouches.
out and sets it on the table.
yeah, he drew it, crafts a stick to poke it.
Huh?
Yeah, this thing has bad juju all over it, bro.
And
Where'd
he
you
said
get it from?
I don't know, just some beggar on the street. He said he got it from the necropolis. And he told me that he snuck in past the guardian just by being very stealthy, essentially, and sneaking around it. But, I don't know, it looked more valuable than a gold piece, so I bought it off of him. Seemed like he could use the money.
Well, there's spells I've read of that could probably help you, but I'm not capable of them. This thing cursed you though, bro.
Hmm.
Until that curse is removed, you won't be able to taste, drink, or swallow.
Or he can taste, he just won't be able to swallow.
Mm.
I may
Wonder
be
why
able
he
to
wasn't
help in that
cursed by.
department.
Hey, he
Maybe
was.
it would
He
help.
was.
Oh, he was cursed.
You remember, he was
Yes.
malnourished and he was poor.
Maybe I need to get someone else to willingly take it off of me, but then that just seems immoral to pass this on to someone else.
I mean, if worse comes to worse, I'll take it off you so you can not die of starvation until we figure out how to best get rid of it.
I mean, that's a guess at best. We could
You
just
might,
both be
hey,
cursed at that point.
you guys could just both be cursed at that point. To be honest, the way this magic works is, it seems like there's some trigger to stopping it, but I don't know what that is.
Well, until we find it, just so he doesn't, hopefully die of starvation.
I'm not at that point yet, but if I do, I'll keep it in consideration.
We're going to the necropolis anyway. What if we just return it? Maybe that'll help?
Maybe.
It might be days before we actually end up at the necropolis. I think you can only go so many days without water.
Truth be told, just getting water in the mouth is gonna keep them a little bit good. Like, just don't swallow it. Just hold a lot in your mouth. You'll get hydrated.
Is that true? Does that
I've
work?
never drank water like that before.
Maybe we can get a cleric or something to help us here.
We should probably go to the nearest chapel, probably tonight if you have time.
I have heard of clerics being able to do this, but I can't quite do that yet. I'm not. I don't have enough power, but soon, but not in 2 days.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah, it seems like our first order of business is probably keeping you from dying.
Yep.
And then we'll figure out your hand, Adonis.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We're probably gonna have
I'm
to have
kind of
something
getting used
attached
to
to it. Wouldn't you like a cool axe hand?
Yeah, that would be cool.
It's not gonna be pretty boy anymore.
I mean, his hand
Some
burned
girls
off
might
on his
find
I'm
it
face.
just
attractive.
handless. My
Oh, yeah,
face
but
is
it's-
still beautiful.
I'm just saying that.
You act like he's just got his whole
I'm
body
just
burned.
picturing as like he's beautiful, and then he like brings up this big ass weird weapon out of his hand.
Yes.
Always
I don't
ready.
pop in and out.
Maybe option.
He needs like one of those things that replaces every time. He's like, I'm gonna screw in a hand now.
Maybe I could screw in a more fun tool that makes me more attractive.
A rose.
A mirror.
A mirror.
I think my only apprehension about going to the temples, a person near me when I bought the amulet said that, buying stolen goods is highly frowned upon.
Against the
Well,
law.
did you know it was stolen?
No.
So you had no intention. I mean,
I
you didn't set out to buy stolen goods.
Yeah.
You just
I'm
happened to become
Yes,
if you turn it over.
technically I did, because he said he got it from the necropolis, but I didn't know that stealing something from the necropolis would be I don't know. I guess
Well,
it's
Well,
technically great, probably.
because they're stealing.
Feign ignorance and then ask for forgiveness.
There is a lich protecting it for a reason.
Alright. Get rid of curse, apologize to the temple, return the item. Maybe don't buy stuff from beggars.
Yeah, it goes without saying.
you see Astrio slowly inches his wine cup towards himself, like slowly takes away Callus's wine glass.
I wouldn't drink that. I spit my wine back into it. Might want a fresh one.
He dumps it out. I'm going outside. If you guys still want to do anything for the night, just let me know. Or if you want to get lodgings, just come get me. I'll be right outside.
I want to go see a play. There's 3 gonna be showing.
I feel like we should try and sort this eating and drinking thing out.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna head to the temple and see what if they can do anything about it.
That's a good idea too.
It's a
Yeah.
good of idea as any for me. So I want to see if they can sort that out or not.
I'll go along with you. I'll be your patient advocate.
I'll go
come
along
with
with you.
Yeah, following the group.
I'll let the guy outside know. I'll let you know
Alright.
outside.
Alright. You see, he was growing some kind of plants with druid craft. He just like stuffs them in a pouch. Alright.
What was that?
What was what?
What were you doing back there? Something with your hands.
Just stuff.
Okay.
Things.
You don't have to tell me if you don't want to. It's okay.
Maybe sometime tonight.
Cool.
Cool. So, do we have any idea where the temple is?
Boom.
We did. Heard some people talking about the dragon shrine. Would that be it? Or I'll kind of try and flag someone down walking by. Do you know of a temple in this town?
Yes.
Can you point me in its direction?
It's the Dragon Shrine.
Okay, thank you, sir. Yeah, the
I'll
dragon shrine.
I'll give the guy a copper piece. Thanks.
Alright. As you quickly see the doors opening, as you see 6 guards coming towards your location. As you begin to see the guards coming your location, give me one moment. Alright. You kind of see the guards kind of making their way as they kind of stop and halt in location. As you see the streets grow crowded, as you see travelers and citizens mingle, exchanging both goods and gossips. As you see guards line up on the streets throughout the most concentrated parts of the city gates, despite their attempts to present kind of a static facade, you sense their restless about something as you see a small kind of detachment of hoplites, move towards you to the north. One bearing an officer insignia, stepping forward from his fellows, respectfully hauls as they respectfully go towards you, the party itself. On the king's orders, you are here to accompany us back towards King Pythor. As he reads it out of a piece of paper and kind of scrolls it up.
The king?
Looking at you guys are talking to us, right? We literally just got to town. I don't know. I don't know why you would need us.
Does it have all 7 of our names on it?
Did they give you like pictures, or how do you know it's us?
As they look towards you, come with us.
Can we stop at the temple? My friend here seems to.
Come with us.
Okay.
Don't worry, guys. I'm not starving yet.
Well, I mean, if anybody can get us to a good doctor, it should be the king, right?
I mean, as long as we're not going to be thrown in prison or something right now.
Did any of us do something wrong?
Well, someone here can swallow, so that's.
I believe there was a quest to meet someone, like a Pythor.
As
This
you guys
might be-
begin, as you guys are escorted towards his palace, in the king's palace area, moving through the gates and obviously being escorted there.
I'm huffing and puffing a little bit up these stairs. No, actually not huffing and puffing. I'm taking like 3 at a time. My legs are just so much longer.
Evie's huffing and puffing.
As you see this astonishing palace, it is large beyond belief. As you can't believe a god lives here.
Oh, right.
I feel like I'll make it dirty just by looking at it.
It's someone's daddy.
It's my daddy. This is terrifying.
Well, it really would have been awkward if you weren't here tonight.
As the
Oh,
guards,
yeah.
the guards
Totally.
let you go through as they head back. King Pythor awaits you in his chambers.
Can I do a medicine check to see if
You're really quiet again, I can't hear you.
Can I do a medicine check to see if there's an alternative way of getting water into I forget who's
Violet?
infected?
Xylus.
Xylus. If I could get alternative way of getting water into Xylus's system.
Well, at this moment, you can do that later. At the moment, this is more present matter than looking at
Okay.
Silas and obviously trying to feed him water.
Yeah, I'm not fading away just yet.
As the door's open. As you see in the distance a statue of a rather masculine kind of man lifting what looks like a giant hammer over his hand in rather a kind of a stoic pose, as he has similar kind of characteristics as you, Silex, as it almost reminds you of yourself, but in a different image, as he has a rather large beard and he's rather chiseled to the teeth, as it looks like Pythor in his prime. AKA, it looks like a Thor, basically.
This feels kind of weird. Not gonna lie.
Is it just me, or does that statue look a lot like Calyx?
I mean,
As
It'll work out in-
as you begin to come here, you do see, obviously, once a great Astorian palace looms over the high cities. Large windows let amount of light and sunlight that falls and chases away from the gloom that settles in the palace. As you walk across the halls, you notices evidence of the court's past glory in the form of precious artifacts dating back to the First War. Extravagant tapestries shows tales of stories, history, and King Pythor's grand adventures throughout more recent events are nowhere to be seen on the hangings. As you begin to move through the Saurian palace, you can see it's a simple design. It bolsters rather a single hall flanked by side chambers, kitchens, servants' quarters, bedrooms, and much more. As the doors before you await.
I mean, they're not forcibly bringing us in here, so we're probably not in trouble.
Well, they ordered us here, so.
As you enter into the kind of the chambers, you do see half dozens of advisors and guards around the vicinity. As the first time you arrived here, you can see Pythor waiting patiently as he looks rather intoxicated and drinking at the moment. As Pythor does not look like anything like a statue, he looks like he's overweight and rather hasn't really seen battle in a long, long time.
But it's that door.
See if I got a portrait of him.
That looks more Thor, not Fat Thor.
Well,
Yeah.
I don't have a Fat Thor picture, but he's got a gut basically. He's still muscular. He's just not really what you thought he would be. As you arrive here, meeting obviously the king itself, as you do see the room itself, as you see Pythor drunk, as he's attempting to fight a statue of the five gods, which is in line, as he kind of yells at it and kind of shouts at it. As once the room has rather been empty, as you watch the doors shut behind you. As you see the king tossing away his spear and sits heavily upon his throne, holding his head in his hands, and he beckons you to come closer. You are the Oracle chosen, yes. Let me tell you of my woes.
Of course, please do tell. Tell me your woes and how can I help?
As you see Kira up down the stairs, heading down below in the location, as Kira looks at you and smiles. Brother, that's not how you greet guests.
Brother?
Brother?
Siblings?
As before Pythor can continue, as you see Kyra brashly interrupts. Whatever your woes may be, drowning yourselves in wine will not solve them. As she scolds him. You have a duty to serve your people in these dark times. This wallowing does no one good. As King Pythor hangs his head with harsh words. That may be true, but what can be done? The oath of peace binds my hands, and now the Titans conspire to steal away my precious daughter, Honora. But perhaps you heroes can aid me, that I cannot.
How can we help?
What are the Titans up to?
They are slowly trying to uproot us gods. The gods are who's left to protect the people of Thaya. We made a deal, a treaty, 500 years of no war. I haven't seen or fought anything since, and I missed it very much. But I can't break the oath. But you heroes, you maybe potentially can do what I cannot. As Pythor begins to look towards you, will you help a king and a god, son? As he looks at you directly. I know we have never met, Callius, and I know I've bared many children over the countless decades. But you, out of how many children I've spawned, you have the gift. As this is news to you, Silas, you've never knew about your dad at all.
Good. Could I roll insight on his words? See if he means them?
Sure.
So is it Calyx or Silas who's the god? Is the demigod?
Silas is a demigod. Out of how many children he spawned, no child was born a demigod, but him.
You done Calyx?
Or Silex.
Silas, sorry. I don't know. I'm fucking your name up.
Alex.
Is it
It's-
okay? Is it Calyx?
It's Calyx, right?
It's Calyx, right?
It's the Alfredo again.
Alfredo.
Yes, it is the Alfredo
it's the
again.
Sparta man.
Is it Calyx or Silas? It's Calyx?
It's Alex.
It's Calyx, I was right.
It's Alfredo.
It's
Okay. So Calyx is the demigod. Alright, cool.
13, it's hard to tell, but from what he's saying, a lot of it sounds believable, but it's hard to obviously grasp that much information at once.
So the
Sounds
new
good.
guy's a noble? You see, Astrios points out.
that's news to me.
It's news to me too. That
Oh, yeah,
That's your
son,
point.
give me a big hug. I have not met one like myself in such a long time.
Oh, that's awkward. You see Astrios backs
I'm a
up.
College of Lore bard. Can I make a history check to see if this tracks with what I know about this?
About what?
About the history of Pythor and the kingdom and stuff like that?
Yeah, Pythor's he's out of the 5 gods, he's the most popular one. To be blessed with the power of being a demigod is a boon. As no man has ever been able to have a boon like that in 500 years. As he's had a lot of kids, but all those kids never had this gift. He had his looks for sure, but never the power to be a demigod.
Do you remember who Pythor's mother is? I mean, do you remember who Calyx's mother is?
That's his own mother, if he remembers.
Do you remember who your mother is? Do you know?
No. I mean, I have parents, not him.
Her name was Julia. I met her upon summer eve 40 years ago. How is she doing?
Holy crap. Did you see Astrios starts busting out laughing and stuff like that? Was that a thruple thing?
No. Oh, I don't know. Feed.
Yeah, Timber was actively working to keep his mouth closed.
He
He's not
sits
touching his
back down.
jaw.
Ugh.
No, Timber, you should write this down.
I'll give you a hug later.
Oh, I have been,
I
don't
might
you?
break your bones.
Yes. Yes. Break my bone.
I'm not at my full strength, son. I am not. But you, my son. I can smell it off you. I can see it. You are the god of battle, the god of war, soon to be. Of course, you'll have to go through trials to get But you, as you can see Kyra smiling towards you, as, well, you have an aunt.
This is all very confusing.
Skyra here is, well, the goddess of music. She is one of the 5.
Oh,
goodness.
you're that Kyra.
She smiles.
I can't. I'm so embarrassed. I did not recognize that.
It's quite alright. I don't usually say it out loud, but I'm merely a guide upon your visions. I'm merely helping you along the way, where I can, of course. I didn't want to showcase your prowess or your skills. I am not allowed to intervene into battle, but I can help you along your way. That is the oath of the gods. If we break our vows, the Titans will unleash the hell. Yes, Sidon is bringing his minions, his puppets, to do his dirty work.
Any word of Lutharia? Is she involved in this? I can't believe the twins are not acting alone.
He spits on the ground. She's likely, but doing her own accord. She has her own things in Mithros. That one's poison, if anything. But I need you heroes to face a problem. Will you take it upon you? Son, will you help your father out? Will you help your sister?
I'll look at all the group, just like kind of like looking for an answer if they want to do it, because I'm just confused and speechless. Guys,
It wouldn't hurt to help a god.
It wouldn't help to get on their good side, and maybe he can stop these curses, especially the one that's affecting our friend's ability to, consume nutrients and drink.
Yeah, did you not notice he can't drink or eat? He's cursed.
then yes, of course, will help.
I knew you would, son. You are a spawn from my seed. You have a spark of Pythor inside you.
Are you sure?
As he looks at you and chucks his hammer at you. As with instinct, you quickly grab it. As the hammer itself is light to you, but if anybody else tried to lift it, they wouldn't be able to hold it. That hammer weighs thousands of pounds. You're no mere mortal. As his hammer retracts back to his hand. As he catches it.
Okay. Well, can't really argue with that evidence.
Did you not notice things when you were a child? Things you couldn't do or understand? Unable to get sick? Unable to potentially not fail at anything? Of course, I'm not saying we're the smartest bunch. We're known to be strong like Hercules. But we can, of course, endure much. You have a long life ahead of you.
Yeah.
You must be
no.
several years old by now, since I conceived you. As he thinks about his head, you probably are a little over normal age. To you, normally your age would be probably what your character's age is, but when he conceived you, you should be about 80 years old. As you look very young.
Oh, so we're about the same age.
Put a pin on that age conversation.
You're a demigod. You're immortal. Well, you can still die, of course, but
yeah.
but your life is
long.
Thousands of years. Well,
I nudge you. That's fucking awesome.
several weeks ago, the Order of Sidon has sent a detachment of heroes to Astoria with the demands of the Lord of Storm. What I did is demanded my daughter Honora should be chained to the rock of Estor amidst the rushing waters of the Elkanon River. Left there overnight is an offering to Sidon. Honora, well, is my only child with immortal life. The only child that I ever, well, including yourself, but she is, well, the only one, my mortal wife I truly loved, and I can't let her be killed by a titan. As Honora's, well, mother was carried away to the Forgotten Seas by an evil dragon named Hexia. He kind of grunts as you can watch his hand gripping onto his marble kind of throne as it starts to crack. I could not do anything but just watch by the sidelines.
So, you want to save your daughter and then save your wife?
For now, you have to save your sister.
Right. Sister.
Your
I have a
half-sister,
sister.
of course. I cannot let her be sacrificed. If this is not accomplished by the next full moon, and the tribes of the Senators will descend upon Astoria, likely, and raze the city to the ground. Sina has already starved the city with its last drought. He will make good upon his threats. I will not comply to my sacrifice of my daughter, if it means 1,000 deaths of my people.
Don't worry, Father. I'll find my sister and save her. We will. Because I have a sister.
So, you have any leads on where she went?
The rock.
She'd be chained at the rock, and to be devoured by the beasts of the river. Princess Honora is resigned to her fate. She'll do anything to protect her city. She was willing to sacrifice herself for this cause. I told her not to, but she did it for the people of Storia. I was shocked knowing this. I locked her away in the dungeons, preventing her from leaving the palace, but she made it out.
And this will happen at the next full moon, you say?
Aye.
How long till then?
Few
I
days.
crashed through a craft to see. Just a few days.
Yeah. As Pythor and Kyra begins to, as you do not need to act immediately, of course, as you can obviously accomplish greater labors itself till the next full moon. It's a couple days, so it could be a week or two as you see fit. You don't have to rush to it. But if you fail to show up, of course, then they succeed.
Right.
Can we talk amongst ourselves real quick?
Aye.
Yes. Team huddle. Team huddle.
Okay, so anytime you can have a god or two gods on your side, I'm pretty sure that's a good thing. So maybe we should take care of this. Although Pythor looks a little rough for wear, maybe we should be concerned about this.
Well, maybe Pythor can help us talk to that Vulcan guy. He seemed to be pretty haughty about himself.
True. So before we get anything under control, we gotta get Silas taken care of. We gotta get this thing solved. So we gotta work that in, no matter what he says. That's one of our conditions. We gotta get Silas taken care of before we take off.
Well, we're in a way better relationship with Kira, so maybe she can at least point us in the right direction to fix Silas.
There you go. Say, hey sis, what's up? Can you give us the 411?
Not my sister.
Auntie.
Auntie. Okay, my bad.
Auntie. Can we all call her Auntie?
No.
No.
That was a resounding no.
Red.
And
No,
the other
she
thing I've
doesn't want to
learned,
sound old. That's why.
Red. Could I do like a medicine check to check if like there's another method of getting liquids like a IV or something like that?
But not in this day and age. There's no IVs. You're in Greek
Okay.
mythology campaign.
Just checking.
I don't know.
we should also ask the gods if they've got some kind of weird way of defeating their enemies. Sometimes they've got weird magic, specific items.
I mean, if it, I don't think they can intervene because of the whole, agreement.
But maybe they have the undetectable spear of Titan Slain or something like that rummaging around in their back room in a trunk unknowns. I mean, it doesn't hurt to ask, right?
I guess I could ask my new father.
It was a really special moment. Thanks for sharing that with us. I'll never forget that.
Sorry?
I said that was a really special moment. I'll never forget that. Thanks for sharing with us. When you got to meet your father, I mean, I don't know my father, so.
Me either. I feel like it's a common theme in this group.
Wow, so many lost little souls, huh? Who figured?
I knew my dad.
Knew my dad
Sorry,
and
sorry
mom,
to bum out the
Dad.
mood.
but they are
And
lost
mom.
now.
Yeah,
They're just
that's
dead.
crazy.
Must be nice.
I mean, kinda shocking, not gonna lie. Also, no offense, but expecting a little bit more.
I mean, you're like a demigod, though, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I think he still got me confused with someone else.
No, I'm pretty sure the whole, like, wielding a 1,000-pound hammer is proof enough.
You see Astrio sniffs Calyx. What does he smell like?
Like a soldier.
B.O.
So,
VO. I love it.
Yeah, I think he lied. He can't smell it. He can't. If that's what Godhood smells like, I don't want it.
well,
Well, in the lore itself, Pythor was once a mortal man. Became a god. By doing good deeds.
good deeds get rewarded. Apparently with
The Dragon Riders, right?
Yeah, they were the original 5.
Yep.
Would I know that as my
Yeah.
fangirling over here? I proudly display my shield, showing their emblem.
As you can see, Kyra's smiling, clapping.
Okay, so is it our intention to help him, but we ask that our friend be healed and see if he's got anything that could help us on our way?
Sure.
Yep.
Yes.
So,
In huddle.
who's asking? Am I asking? You're asking?
Yeah,
I mean,
it's all
You're
you do.
definitely.
she's your aunt, you know?
Yeah, you ask. I'll be right behind you, though. I'll help in case
I actually kind of push you along.
Oh, God. Wait, I can't even say that. It has to be for a meeting now.
As he's drinking another full tankard of ale.
Sorry.
As you can just watch the tankard just fill up with more ale, magically.
Pythor? I mean, father? Do you have a preference on how I call you?
You can get me, Father, Pythor, Daddy, many different names.
Yeah. We'll work on those. So we will help.
That's right, son, you would.
We would kind of like to ask 2 things, if possible. See, my friend here seems to have malady and is unable to consume any form of nourishment or liquids. That's something maybe you or
I have no power
Eric
of curing. I'm a god of war.
You believe it to be a curse.
You know, if
A
anyone there can
curse?
break curses, maybe.
Well, it depends on the curse.
And that's what we need to find out as well.
Where
Yeah,
did you
we're not
get
really
this
sure.
curse?
Yeah,
Um,
Silas, where did you get the curse?
A seemingly down on his luck beggar on the street was peddling some jewelry. And I purchased it from him, and it cursed me. Turns out it may have been stolen from the necropolis.
As you watch his face turn sweat in a brow, as you watch him look at you closely as he gulps heavily. You said what? The necropolis?
Borrowed from the necropolis, without permission, for an extended period of time, with intentions of returning.
That is not something you can remove. You need to return whatever that is stolen. It's not merely just to remove a curse or something. You need to restore it to its founding place. If it's a treasure of the necropolis, it doesn't matter what you do, you'll be cursed for life. And especially offering a gift from another removes the curse from another. But for the one that has the curse, you have days until you die.
Yikes. Not what I was looking to hear.
Kira's
But
like, why would you buy something like that?
he was down on his luck, and I thought I was helping him out.
No, good deeds.
I mean, after getting the curse, I now know why he looked disheveled, gaunt, and malnourished. You know, it's very obvious now.
Well, if you keep good pace, and you have the strength of a warrior, you should survive at least a 10-day. Not to stop. Of course, you're eating habits. Well, I do have a fix for that, and it's not going to be easy. You'll have to go to a druid. There's a druid around here. I can fix you up with something on your voyage. It should suffice for a few days to keep you well nourished. But that's all I can offer you.
Yeah, if you could give us his information and point us in his direction,
That'll
we
do.
can see it to him before we leave.
Aye.
Okay, so we got that settled.
Yeah, it gives you
Also,
it's in the Historian Wineyards is where the druid lies. It's a little bit outside of the city.
also for this little task of rescuing your daughter, my sister, half sister,
Aye.
we were wondering if you maybe had any weapons that we can use, because now's our
You'll have to
challenging
earn those yourself. That's not how it works. You're still the chosen of the Oracle. You'll have to earn that right through hard work and determination. I can't merely just grant you a weapon to smite evil.
What about something to push it along faster?
Son, it's not easy where I stand. It took me years to get to where I am. It'll take you a long time too. I can't merely just make you have a powerful weapon and know how to use it and know what to do with it. In the wrong hands, you could give it to something evil beyond belief and do more damage than good. You are a weapon yourself. Don't forget that. All of
Hey.
you are. Through your own needs and greeds and desires, you all come here from an oracle. You all have a path to serve. and a goal to achieve. A weapon's not going to do anything.
I guess we'll rely on cutting and wit.
Anyways, to help protect my daughter, I had some possible things that could possibly help in solutions. As, well, you could potentially, negotiate with the Order of Sidon. Maybe potentially persuade Sidon to choose another sacrifice.
Well, we're not gonna damn another innocent to save my half sister. Ideally, we can just put this whole sacrifice thing in the rearview mirror and.
Alright, as you say that, he puts the money away.
What if they weren't innocent?
They have to be worthy of doing it. They have to concede on it. They have to agree on the terms. You can't force someone.
To be a sacrifice?
Aye. My daughter chose it to save the people of Astoria.
What if we chose someone whose reputation was at stake? Someone who could
They have to
perhaps
be willing
themselves.
to do it.
Yes, seeking redemption. Someone known to be terrible who is looking to be redeemed.
Are you talking about yourself?
No. I don't think I've done anything that makes me want to be redeemed.
Did you have someone in mind, or is this some more rhetorical?
I don't know.
Agree.
What are the prison systems like? Is there...
Doesn't
are they
work
willing
that way.
Doesn't
It
work
has to
that
be
way?
someone worthwhile. Sidon doesn't want to just sacrifice just anybody. It has to be someone worthwhile. And guess what? It is my daughter. That is worthwhile.
What if we just fight this Sidonists?
You will
Well,
fight
how are they going to
a Titan?
sacrifice her?
No, not the Titan, but the cultist trying to sacrifice your daughter.
Well, that will be a challenge for sure. I do know, if you challenge the Senator Chieftain, you might potentially be able to, well, change history as a whole. As the Order of Sidon works with the Senators, as the army of the Senators and Cyclopses will gather upon the North Banks to take our city, if this sacrifice does not come forth. This would be a great feat of worth of a Dragon Lord. As Kyra thinks to herself, that's suicide. It's only desperate the army would be to defeat the chieftain would be on equal footing, of course. Or let my precious Honora be sacrificed, and the heroes can tell me what is to come. I cannot bear sacrificing a child of my own blood.
I don't see another choice here, you guys. Might have to challenge the chieftain before the time is up.
But if you can track down those creatures in Astoria's rock and kill them before the ritual happens, then maybe there's a small chance.
I think that's more plausible.
What creature?
There are creatures that lurk in the water. They call them the basilisks. They will kill her upon the sacrifice.
So if we kill the basilisk and rescue Nora, we don't have to challenge the chieftain.
Depending if you can handle it.
What do you know of such creatures? Are they what
They're able to petrify you just by looking at you.
Oh,
They're sea monsters.
Huh.
So they're not the typical basilisks like D&D. They're actually aquatic creatures, like Greek mythology.
Well,
You have time, of
If you guys
course,
are
to
up
think
to it.
about it. You don't have to act now. You have weeks away before this conspires, as in, you basically have 2.5 weeks before this happens.
we might want to head to the Necropolis and back then.
If you're strong enough, of course.
Oh, the Necropolis?
Let's see the druid first, see what kind of time he can buy me.
Yeah.
You're
He has
here
to
for a
silence
reason, though, besides my own. You were accomplished by, well, my sister told me, great labors. What are the great labors you are forecast to come here?
You see, Astrios leans his head in. I have to speak to the Lich Demon in the Necropolis, so kinda in a hurry to get there.
It's a dangerous route.
Well, I'm pretty sure there's things we can handle here while we're here. I'm in no rush. I was just worried about our buddy over there.
I need to find the Mossy Temple for my quest.
I also need the Mossy Temple.
I need to find a locket.
I
And
need
not
to
this
go to
cursed
the
village.
necropolis.
Oh,
Who
we're
is
Necropolis,
who
buddy.
is the lost one? Oh, I'm guessing nobody. That's the random one, right?
I think that's the one no one picked.
Oh, let's just double check. Where is it? There we go. Oh yeah, so this is the one no one picked. Okay, perfect. Well, son, you will have a great task ahead of you.
And then some. But will do you proud?
You will have to hunt down that dragon.
Well, it's a
The green dragon of Hexia. Your mother is calling for you. Your true mother. The last spotting seen of it was across the Forgotten Sea.
I will hunt for that dragon after I save.
I
You
know
think
you have
so?
a lot of things on your task.
Yeah. My to-do list keeps growing and growing.
Aye. Well, you all are welcome to stay in my lodgings as you see fit, as long as you're in Historia. You're family to me.
Lord Pythor, you have been most generous.
Most gracious, Father.
I am honored that you would ask us to take this important mission, that you would open your house to us. I'm grateful to have been an audience in front of two gods. It's amazing. And to Lady Kira, that I have played my music for you and that you have responded well is an immense honor to me, one that I will never forget. Thank you.
My pleasure. Well, for one of your great labors, you'll have to talk to my father. The one who took your hand, as he looks at you and chuckles. I know what he did. You're not the first. Vulcan.
He's your father.
Aye, and he's your granddaddy. Grandpa.
Oh, I guess.
Well, great if you think about it.
He's
Ages of
my
ages.
grandfather.
Aye. He was upset that you didn't remember him.
Well, hard to remember him if I didn't know him. But now, hopefully he'll be a little bit forgiving.
I hope so. I'm sorry to your hand, there, son. I'm sure he can help you with something to fix that problem of yours.
Really?
He's the fucking Forge God. He can fix anything. He may not be able to restore your hand, but he surely will help you along your way in your path.
It's a bit of a relief.
Just don't say that you don't remember him. I hate that. He's been going through a grumpy phase lately. Of course, knowing that his niece is missing.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
Great-great-granddaughter, wasn't it?
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
In a sense, but yeah.
well, knowing that we're gonna find her, I was
You got a lot
probably
of
going
family
to
here,
give
boy.
Yeah. I need a fucking family tree here. Right. Well, do we need anything else, guys, or are we good to let the king do its thing?
Just need to find the druid.
We're off to find the druid.
I do have a question for you, Pythor.
Aye.
I heard some rumors of your copper mines are underperforming, and that there's going to be a mission to try and back the mithril mines. Is that the case?
I don't recall, honestly. I have so much stuff on my hands, sorry, son. I will have to think upon it when I sober up.
Would your father know?
He knows a lot. Probably. He gets his minerals from there.
Okay. Thank you.
Alrighty.
As you do see in the distance through the windows, you do see what looks like individuals. As you do see 7 captains outside representing what looks like an insignia of a lightning bolt. As it looks like they found lodgings in the palace. As you see one in a heavily armored individual.
Is that someone we're looking for? Do we know?
No, it just stands out to you. You can ask about it if you want. It doesn't really matter. But
Do you recognize that symbol, or is it?
you do. The Order of Sidon.
Oh,
Why is he here?
Close.
why are they here? Yeah, aren't they like jerks and dickish? Kidnappers and sacrificial jerks?
Can I
The
do
ones that
a
were sacrificing
history
your
check
entity.
to figure out why he might be here?
So it looks like he's coming here to see fit towards what is going on with the individuals of the Oracle. As you do see them eventually kind of coming in, as you do see obviously guards behind him, knights. So they eventually approach the doors. As you do see a heavily armored man of Gygus as he begins to look towards you all as he's about to leave. As Pythor just doesn't say anything as he heads out. If anybody wants to try to stop them, it's up to you, but you have no idea why they're here or whatever.
I asked
Take a couple
Kyra.
steps forward. Have you been meeting with the sons of, or the scions of Pythor?
Or
Or
of
scions
Sidon.
of Pythor?
Elder Sidon. He's
Man, I'm
Pythor.
way off. Holy shit.
Aye. About my daughter, of course.
I'm gonna assume that has not been fruitful.
No. As Gygus wishes to obviously see the heroes. Well.
Should we stop him?
He's come here to see us, so he knows what to fight.
Like, should we follow them?
He's the chosen of Sidon. Like you are the chosen of my heir. Calyx. You will eventually have to face him one day. I hope you're prepared.
Pretty sure I will. Will be. Future tense.
In the meantime, I can arrange potentially a meeting with the chieftains of Elkanor. If need be, if you wish to convene in a conversation with them in the far future. But for the time being, you can see fit what you wish upon the city of Astoria. I must take rest. Thinking about her makes me sad. Kyra, go with them and see fit they are on the right path. And son, keep out of trouble.
Always.
As he sleeps on the throne room. Let's go. There's nothing more here left. Sorrows. As Gygus will plan to stop whatever you see fit to do. I believe he's certain that you heroes will not stand a chance. But I don't believe that. As you guys leave, so back in Astoria.
Okay, so we need to find the druid.
Yes.
We need to talk to Vulcan, see if he can do something about our friend's missing arm.
I believe we
Yes.
should potentially see forth upon the Shrine of the Dragon. It is one of your labors, of course. The horn, if you remember. Depending if you wish to go somewhere else. I'm willing to follow, of course.
I mean,
Oh, there's a back entrance from the King's Palace. Yeah, it's right there. Why not?
yeah, it's right there, and it's a great labor, so let's do that.
When the goddess recommends we do it, we should do it probably, huh?
Feels so weird.
You feel weird because you're
Our
like a daddy
answers that
now.
got us.
I have a daddy.
Yeah, that was me when I played this campaign years ago. I felt weird about it too. I was the demigod. I never.
That's a lot to live up for.
Yeah, and you get a lot of
It is.
siblings and cousins, and yeah. But I was a minotaur when I was playing one, so it kind of made no sense. But I guess he's got to get shape change. I guess.
I mean, Loki fucked horses.
All right.
Just
As you guys begin to make your way towards the keeper of the dragon shrine, let's give you a handout here actually.
Ooh, that's pretty.
All right. As you begin to make yourselves towards her, as you've heard about the horn of Balmitria, as you obviously hope that, potentially you could drink from the horn and finish one of your secret rituals and duties upon your quest. As you begin to arrive towards this location, you begin to see the beautiful statue of the Dragon Lords, as you see this rather majestic dragon and a hero riding on top of it. As you see the horn, it's rather a blessing to be found here. You eventually arrive at the Keepers of the Dragon Shrine, as you do see Asiopia, one of the very few priests here who's still rather honored by the legend of the Dragon Lords. In the ages before the First War, the dragons were a chief amongst the forces to protect the mortals of Thylia, as Asiopia believes that the dragons will return one day. He knows that King Atticus of Mithros has been sworn to resurrect the ancient order of the Dragon Lords, and he's heard rumors that the king now has a small flight of dragons under his command. For his part, Asiopia believes that if anyone is to resurrect the Dragon Lords, it should be the Oracle's chosen ones. As you begin to make your ascent there, you begin to see a nondescript brick building carved with white stone accents and a popular public house, distinguishing itself by sheer amounts of activity around it. Patrons regularly drift in and out from various states of sobriety, as the scent of food and sound of kind of ruckus conversations and kind of ambience as you do hear kind of in the distance. You see the doors open and windows begin to slay open as the scents come out, as you do see kind of a public house, a frequent of merchants and soldiers staying in thatched inns or kind of southern outskirts of the town. Oop, that's the tooth. I'm talking about the wrong thing. Jeez Louise, I'm an idiot. Alright, sorry, my apologies. Because the Dragon Shrine and the Dragon Tooth are so similar and they're in the same category. Sorry. The shrine sits at the end of the quiet street that runs in the walls of the gorge. It's a large stone building with a copper dome. It's rather above the door. You see it bears a marble engraving of a legendary dragon. As you see Baltmira's, it's inside the building. You see a strong smell of incense as you hear muffling prayers as the priests of the shrine carry out their daily rituals. As you see the chief attendant of the shrine is a priest named Asiopia, as she's heard of obviously the prophecy. She sees fit towards you. Greetings! Welcome to the Dragon Shrine. How may I help you? Oh, Kira, you're with them. Are these the heroes you spoke of? Yes, they are the heroes.
We are indeed.
As she bows her head towards you with respect.
I'll give a deep bow myself.
Is the horn of Batamira still here? As she frowns her face, looks towards you. It has been stolen from the Requila. Thieves broke into the shrine 2 nights ago and escaped with it.
Oh,
You're welcome to go into the Requia to investigate upon any clues. The guards are still searching around, of course.
Okay, let's go check it out.
Good to
Yeah,
know.
I should start heading down there.
Agreed.
So, a reliquary is a small stone chapel with 3 alcoves protected by glass. The glass of the center alcove has been shattered. A dark purple stains are splattered all over the floor surrounding it. So you can obviously roll a survival check, or if you wish to use a spell to help you figure out, you're welcome to as well.
I will hand the pearl over to Evie if you want to use it for anything.
I don't think I have anything that I could use it for right now. Well, I mean, that would be useful at the moment.
Well, go ahead and hang on to it.
Alright.
All right.
Timbre, you begin to see small hoof prints among the stains. As you see, the stains are spilled wines of form of haphazardly trails leading into the building into adjointed alleyways. As you begin to see the stains a short distance until the trail becomes rather too difficult to follow, you begin to look through as you reveal a kind of a small wine stain glowing faintly with magic. Would you like to follow the lead of the trail further out?
Yep, I'll announce this to the group too. I have found something. It seems to be some magical trail that leads out here. Follow me.
As you do see, the trail leads into the old woods south of the town. It looks like it continues for 10 miles.
10 miles, holy shit, that's a trek. Okay.
It's up to you if you want to continue onwards with it or not.
It seems to go on for a while, guys. Do you want to continue to follow?
Time of day is it?
Within town.
Yeah, I think we should. At least it'll prove to that old ungrumpy dwarf that we did something.
Okay, let's go. Let's do it.
That's not this the old grumpy dwarf.
Yeah, so it'll take you about like a little, almost 4 hours or 3.5 hours. As you begin to follow the trail into the old south of the town, as you continue 10 miles, as you begin to make your descent, as within the 3 hours, we're going to take a quick 5-minute break as we'll continue onwards, as you guys can obviously see fit to what you wish to do. As in the meantime, we will come back in 5 minutes and see what you guys are interested in, and maybe potentially catch up some dialogue, maybe roleplay, and probably ascertain what was going on through the meeting with Pythor.
Wow, there's a lot of shit going down if no anyone's there.
There's so much. So much to keep track.
Yeah, I see myself re-listening to this just to catch all the different names and stuff.
You got me both. So glad you always have these recordings.
90% of the time, I do fuck up sometimes.
It's fine.
But I do got it going. My only thing is I have to make sure I stop it. Like I recorded like 4 days at one point, and one.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, I just didn't stop it, and I hadn't played, and so when I finally came back to my computer, I'm like, oh crap. And so it was like 2 days long, and it was just the file was huge, but I couldn't upload that. So I mean, I sometimes forget, sometimes that happens. I mean, there's technical difficulties on my end,
It happens.
but I'm glad you were able to listen to most of it.
Yeah. I mean, I listened to that one and the previous one, so
Have you listened to his much?
no.
My hubby says the music is just too loud. But I liked it because mine is just like right here and it's just us, and I try and keep my levels good.
Okay.
Like not one person too high or too low, and you know what I mean?
Gotcha.
Does it feel that way, or is some people too high?
No, this one, yours are good. I think everyone's at the same, more or less the same volume. No one's like too high or too low.
Perfect. It's harder than you think.
What was
I
that?
bet.
My recording, just making sure I don't have anybody's audio higher than others, me included. I do want Red to be at the highest, so he can talk over us if need be. But not like the voice of God high, you know? So it takes some tweaking.
Mm-hmm.
So just checking my customer satisfaction.
5 stars.
Thanks. But dude, you're like Hercules, demigod. What?
Yeah. With strength as my dump stat.
I mean, you have divine strength.
That is so crazy.
It was so much.
So we have to see the druid, save the princess, kill the dude, or kill the things that were going to get the princess, save the princess, challenge the
That was
chieftain.
a chieftain.
Yeah, we have a laundry list.
There's a
We
green
should-
dragon we need to hunt down across the Forgotten Sea.
Yep.
We need to get the god of the forge, Vulcan, who took the hand to make a hand.
All while I'm slowly
All while
starting.
you're slowly starving.
That's why I
to death.
mentioned the druid first.
Yeah, just to see how much time he can buy me. Just
We need
see.
to get Wynyard.
I mean, we got 2 weeks for the full moon, so hopefully we can go to a druid, depending on how much time he can give you, swing by the necropolis, return the slab, not suffer the curse, come back.
The guy that stole it said he snuck past the Guardian.
But he's not the only one that needs a necropolis. He
True.
needs a tomb of
Mhm.
Xander. And okay, so we got yours. Okay, maybe that was the only other one. Oh, Astrios.
Astrios needs the necropolis too, and
Yeah, to
Evie.
find the lich.
Astrios and Evie needs the necropolis. Can we
Oof.
just return this via FedEx or something?
Dude, I'd be so pissed. Like, I work in an office, and if someone like mailed slash return request, signature required, I happily accept this. Am I then cursed because they sent it to their lawyer's office and I had to sign to accept it?
Yes, you're now cursed.
Yeah. So, like, let's find a loophole here, dudes. So, let's see. Is there certified mail here?
That's what I'm saying. It's like, if there's, can we just, is there express shipping? If
Oh,
we send
use
the
it
first,
as payment.
but he'll still be cursed, right?
No, if it's freely accepted. No, it has. Does it have to be a gift, or can it just be accepted?
Yeah, I think it just needs. I don't know if it needs to be knowingly accepted. Like,
Well, you didn't know it was cursed, so you just need to barter
but
it in
I
exchange for
did
whatever.
know that it
Was
was
stolen.
stolen, essentially. Although I didn't see it as being stolen at that time because it's
Why
like,
do we always end up with the curses?
I don't know. I didn't get cursed last campaign. Uh, My character
Yeah,
died.
Astrios has the highest curse ratio, I think, of us.
Did he get cursed?
He turned into the Iceman in our
No,
first.
it was shit, I forgot his name.
No, wasn't it?
No, it wasn't
Yeah, it was
him.
Astrios. Yeah, it
Exactly.
was me.
And he had a curse blade that caused you to get in
And
that
a
situation.
Oh, that's true.
and a cursed staff.
So, dude, like curse to person ratio, highest.
But it was just one character. Just the way he was. He got cursed first that he wanted power, and I went through like 7 different sessions being cursed that way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
And
I
then I
think
just
digits to person, I'm losing that one. Number of digits.
at least I kept all my digits. I just died at the end.
Yes, he did.
Because you're the snowman, and we made it warm again.
I was just connected to the goddess or whatever. But throughout
That was a great
most of the
twist, though.
campaign, yeah, throughout most of the campaign, I didn't take much damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think my only curse was that like vulnerable to piercing,
Mm-hmm.
which sucks. At the time, I was like our only frontliner.
Yeah. And a lot of the damage we were getting was piercing damage.
Yeah, lots of animals.
What campaign was this?
Icewind.
Oh, okay, cool.
It took us a year and 3 months to finish.
Came in a
We
little
ended
late,
that one.
but finished it.
We ended that one early, like in-person game. It was in the like lost city. We time traveled.
It's cool. Yeah.
All sorts of ways. I just remember like going through the city and having to figure out all the little locks and tricks and puzzles and using of this spell and dispel this, and it only lasts so long, and that's just so much fun.
All right. As you guys begin to travel and hike across the woods, it's a long travel and such. In the meantime, if you guys want, I'm allowing this book in our game because it makes sense. You can all roll a survival check for herbies.
Herbies.
Silas gets one. It's a rare one. Sorry, give me a second. My thing's all buggy. All right. Oh, you got both of you guys. All right. So, Silas and Astros, you can roll me a 2d8 for rare herb in the forest. Six. I kind of fucked up something on my screen. I can't lose. I lost the corners. I don't know how to get them back. You know, you can close the windows and stuff. I can't close the windows now. I have to do it manually. Just weird. It's weird. Just give me 1 second. I'm gonna open it through something else because it's buggy. It's not working. But give me a nature check anyways. Let's see what it is. I'll have to figure out this later. I can't give you guys herbs. It's just too. It's messed up. I can't physically use it, but I will give you the herbs later on. You do eventually find some herbs, but
Okay.
it's just bugged. I can't like. I have to fix my windows.
It's all good.
Like I lost the X and square and the minimize and lost the entirety of everything, so I can't really search anything up anymore. So I have to go through and figure out what I pressed. Alright. As you guys pick up herbs along your ways, along your track of your 3.5 hour journey across the woods. These woods are obviously different and rather not known to most people. But you can give me a history check if you know a little bit about the mossy woods. Maybe you know a little bit of what's to come.
We're going through the mossy woods?
Oh, yeah. As you find yourself deep in the old woods that lies rather a ruined temple, a complex covered in thick layers of moss, surrounded by a massive tree. No one knows who built this temple, but the druids of the old woods believe that it is the oldest structure in the Heartlands. It's maintained the circle that stands the stones nearby and hopes to appease the spirits that haunt the temple. None who has entered the temple has ever returned. As for the history, for those that rolled a history check, it's a 15 or higher. The temple's true name, as I will give you in whispers, since I think this would make more sense, so I'll give it towards Silas. Sorry, not Silas. Eve and Adonis.
Astros got it too.
Oh yeah, give me a second.
While that's happening, I would totally say I really need to go through the Mossy Temple. That's mine. I need to find Dementia. She has a family artifact, and Tamper also needs them. We have a
If we have the time.
Well, this I don't know what the temple's name is, but it used to be a temple to Sidon, I believe. He used to commit sacrifices here, if I'm not mistaken. So there might be some wayward spirits with some things to say inside of the temple, so be prepared for that.
I have a silver spear. Anybody really good with spears other than me?
Not really my forte.
Me either.
Mine
Uh,
neither.
But it seems that the trail leads to inside the temple, right?
You are walking to the trail. It leads to the Mossy Temple. Yeah.
I could
But
rock
it
a
seems
spear.
that whoever stole the
Really sorry.
sorry.
As the trail eventually ends, once you reach, eventually after the 3-hour journey through, as you take a little break, kind of getting your footing again.
It seems whoever stole the horn probably took it here.
I hand the spear over to my friend.
All right. I will bring you to a map. You can rearrange your stuff as you see fit. But you do eventually arrive in this location. So you do see, in the clearing, you see dominated by 7 large standing stones, each about twice the height of a man. A canopy is less thick here, allowing rather a dapple of light that passes through the rustling branches as you see a small creature occasionally darting through the carpet of leaves blanket on the ground, as each standing stone is covered by splotches of fuzzy green moss as they're arranged in a half circle, as they are cold to the touch, as you sense that they have been here for a very long time. As you see, the standing stones here were probably erected by the druids of the old woods more than 1,000 years ago.
I can't see anything. It's all black for me.
Oh
Me
shit.
neither.
Yeah, because it's considered dark in here, so.
Oh,
Tamper
I
cast light.
Roger.
I could I cast light on myself as well?
Sure. Give me a sec.
I just cast dark vision on myself for the day. As you see, Astrios pulls out this orange vial of like some kind of liquid. He shakes it up and puts two drops in each eye, and then puts it away.
As you quickly find yourself seeing something begin to move and dart as it chucks something at you, Astrios randomly out of the blue. As a 9 misses you, as you see a nut. As your eyes darting, you can roll a perception check.
Hold on 1 second. Perception.
Alright, as you do see in the distance, you see a squirrel trying to chuck something at you. It quickly looks at you and it begins to chatter quite madly at you as it begins to look towards you, climbing up some trees and grabbing another nut and trying to chuck it at somebody else. So it goes for Silas. 12 misses.
Quite a mischievous little creature we have here.
Seems we're not welcome here.
If you guys give me a minute, I could probably talk to it. See why it's mad and see if he saw anybody come through here.
I can do that as well, but yeah, like it'll take a little time.
Well, we should probably have a conversation with this kid. I sit down and you see I light a few incense and start ritually casting Speak with Animals.
Alright, as the squirrel will attempt to interrupt it. 12 misses.
You know what? I'll just cast a spell.
Okay.
I use the spell slot. And I walk over to him. And you see Astro starts doing this weird chittering as he starts talking to it. So, are you mad that we're here?
Must die! Must die! As it jumps on your face and starts scratching you.
Ah, God! I try to shoo him off.
All right.
Onto the one of the
Give me athletics versus acrobatics.
athletics.
10. You jump it on the. You kind of it rolls on the ground, fumbling, not taking any damage as it quickly tries to run up at you again. What do you want to do?
I want to. Fuck it! I'm gonna wild shape into a squirrel.
All right.
We're a fight.
And I start fucking fighting them.
All right. You mean attack roll?
I
Squirrels have
don't know how to
flat,
do
They
it.
don't have any stats. You can just roll a d20.
D20? Alright,
Their AC is a 10. As you hit them for 1 point of damage, as you quickly hit the squirrel out of its form, as you watch some guy rolling out of it, as you see what looks like a gnome, as he quickly looks around.
start fucking chasing him. I'm still biting him.
As he's like trying to stomp
I
on
step
you.
in between. Try and grab the gnome.
All right,
Grapple check.
Give me athletics.
With a +5, I get 10.
As the druid himself allows you to get himself grappled, as you can tell, he's a little bit kind of crazed for some reason. As you can see, his eyes kind of purplish in hue. As you can see, kind of vein marks across his face. As he looks very aggressive in nature, but from what you can tell, how he's adorned and dressed, he looks like he's a druid.
You see Astro slowly shifts back. You see stars start to come up as he shifts back into his form. What the hell was that, bro?
Seemed it was just like you, a druid. Or one.
You must die!
I don't touch him, but I try to do a medicine check to look at the veins.
Okay, roll me a medicine check. Alright, you can tell he's poisoned, as this condition is not natural.
Seems like this guy is poisoned. Can anyone cure poisons? I didn't prepare that spell today.
I cannot.
Me neither.
No.
Nope.
Mugrain, you're a paladin, right?
Yep.
I believe you can cure poisons.
I don't have it on my spell list.
No, it's your
Your
lay on
hand.
hands.
Lay on
It's,
hands.
Oh, then-
it's inherent.
You can
Then yeah,
spend.
I'd spend a point.
5 charges.
You have to spend 5.
You have to spend 5
Okay.
for cure poison.
I did not realize that. Yes, I will happily lay on hands and spend 5 of my points.
All right, you cure the poison as he's like, oh, my mind's back to myself. Oh shit! Thank you very much. Oh, I could hug you and kiss you. Oh god, it's been so long.
I thought you had rabies or something.
No way. The last thing I remember is enjoying a nice tea, and eventually I fell asleep, and I woke up, and I had the urge to just go crazy. I couldn't stop myself. Pleasure to meet you. I'm Hecris.
Sorry. Hey, Chris. And were you in your wild shape for a while? I know how I can get sometimes.
I guess. I feel a little dirty. Could you put me down, please?
Sets down.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Moograin.
Pat's head.
What brings you here upon the mossy grove?
Well, just as you were afflicted, we have a friend that's been afflicted. We were told that you might be able to cure him.
With some rest, of course. I'm rather tired. I don't remember how long I was been in that form.
I really don't have time to rest around. Have you seen any? I know it's probably hard for you to recollect, but have you seen any people come through here holding a horn? Seems like the dragon horn was stolen.
The dragon horn was stolen? Oh no!
Yeah. And the trail led it here.
This place is dangerous. It was once owned by druids long ago. We still keep it safe and calm. But the ruins are dangerous.
Do you know where we might find Demetria?
As he gulps. She's in there.
I look pointedly.
She was the one who poisoned me. She offered me tea, and I agreed. She sounded so kind and nice. She made a tea from an ancient flower that growed in the glade, and I couldn't resist to try it. And then after an hour, I felt tired and woozy, and I fell asleep. And then, well, I can't recall the rest. You said I was acting crazy.
Yeah, I had to suplex you at a squirrel.
Thank you kindly. I don't think I would want to stay as a squirrel forever. Once I can recover and rest, I can do what I can to aid you in whatever you asked upon my calling, of course.
Well, we have to find the horn. You wouldn't be able to help us get along our way.
I will not
Would you?
go into the Bossy Temple. No. It's too dangerous. I'm a safeguard of the forest. That temple's tainted.
So this area right here is safe, so if we have to retreat, we can come here?
I don't know. These stones have been here for thousands of years. They were elected by druids. If you are a druid of nature, and you rest here, magical things can happen, of course. But only to the druids, of course. If you are a druid in nature. So
What
these stones are very special for druids.
What about cleric of nature?
Sorry. You follow a god. But we follow a nature god. Different people, of course.
Don't. But I follow a nature god as well. So
You do? Well, maybe. I don't know. I never heard about a cleric who studies in nature.
oh really? The natural world is quite interesting. It can be bent.
So if
to,
you're a ranger or a druid, you get benefits here.
Okay.
Do we have to take a long rest?
You don't know. That's the question. Wait. You don't know what these things can do.
Do you guys want to rest here for a moment? Maybe our druid friend can help us if we rest before we head in. You think an hour is good?
I'll play my song of rest.
He looks at Hector.
Hirkus.
Haircuts.
Haircuts, yeah.
You think you might be able to help our friend's malady if we rest for like an hour?
Maybe. What's his malady?
I'll bring over Xylus real quick.
Cursed, we're told.
Drag him over.
He's
It's
cursed.
cursed, we're told.
By what? He jumps back.
Nothing that can be passed on, not unwittingly. But he seems to have bought something stolen from the necropolis. He
Why
can't
would you
eat.
do such a thing like that? That's so dumb. Sorry, no, my apologies. I know you helped me out here, but seriously.
Yes. Hindsight is 2020. I would not do it again had I known the repercussions. But alas, the damage is already done.
So what's the curse?
I'm not able to consume food or water, or like nourishment.
Well, I could create some good berries. They should suffice. You won't have to ingest them. You'll have to ingest them the other way.
Oh no.
What do you mean the other way?
You're behind.
Does that even work?
Astros can't hold it in. He just starts fucking dying laughing.
You can take nourishment that way? Nobody ever told me that.
Yes.
You see, Astros, I'll make them small for you. I'll make you any kind of berry you want. Let me do it.
You can suffice like that, but it's not too pleasant, of course.
You see Xylus's face is just like beet red, just
Well,
so annoying.
They're magic.
Camber actually pulls out his book and starts scratching down notes.
Astrios is just clutching his stomach on the ground.
You guys don't all need to be huddled around here. This is kind of a private conversation,
I back up. Me and Evie back here. You guys do your thing.
See, Astrios
How
tries
many
to
guys
back
does it
up
take to
again.
screw in a light bulb?
This is a private medical conversation. So you're telling me that a person can consume nourishment that way?
Magically, not normally, of course.
So it has to be
A good berry,
good,
of course.
good beer.
Yeah. You just smush it in your fingers and you shove it in there.
Astrios covers his mouth laughing.
Yeah,
Make great food.
I
You know what,
understand.
too?
I get that.
Well, there's a lot of creatures that do it.
Like what?
Centipedes. And worms. And, I don't know, a lot of bugs.
I don't know enough to confront you on those stats, but I believe you.
Most of them eat their own shit, too.
Well, that's not what I'm trying to do here. So,
Well, if you don't want it, you can
Well-
suffer the hard way.
no, this is good information. It'll keep me alive. It's much appreciated. Just, not exactly what I wanted to hear.
Your bowels might be a little different, of course.
Understandably. But thank you. I'll keep that in mind.
All right, as you guys take your short rest, as some of you guys stay away. As for those that stay in the circle, there are either a ranger or a druid within the 10 feet of the standing stones. You take a long rest instead of a short rest. Only druids and rangers. Within the next 24-hour period, you wasted it now.
I got back all my spell slots that I used.
Yeah, as the druid will now make good berry for you. Makes you 4 of them. As these good berries are a little bit they're not normal good berries, they're enhanced. As they last a week.
Okay.
Do they look phallic?
No.
No.
They look like they're small, like almost little berries.
Like blueberries, poisonberry, or boysenberry.
I don't know, whatever kind of berry he wants to stick up his ass.
Something less acidic, so probably blueberries would be suggested.
Yeah, the smaller the better.
Less seeds.
Well, thank you for all your assistance.
Pineapple is not suggested.
Little Nicky Hitler with the pineapple.
Bananas are
Classic.
What is it? There's a loophole in every
Well,
contract.
Silas's legends now will be foretold upon his story arc, becoming a god. That one time in band camp.
Yeah, I come over to Timbre and I'm making sure that he's getting down all the good parts.
I'm writing down as much about rectal healing and good berries as I can.
Yeah, I tell him everything I know about good berries. As a druid.
I guess Astros has to make them now daily.
I've got 4 days worth.
4 weeks.
It's 4 days worth, those ones.
Oh.
Don't worry, I can make them
But
whatever
they-
you like.
Yeah, so because his are enhanced because of the thing here, but obviously on a normal good beer in the last 24 hours.
Says bananas are berries, are plantains berries?
Oh no!
We're no.
I just ruined his story. Now he's gonna fucking hate me for the rest of the campaign.
I mean, this is a good workaround, but is there no immediate cure for this?
Until we
I
head
didn't want to
the
say the
necro-
other hole. I'm not saying that one.
I think the only cure we've heard of is that I have to bring this thing back
Yeah,
to the necropolis.
It's kind of like Pirates of the Caribbean. You need to return the treasure where it came from,
Perfect.
or else he's cursed for life.
Dingleberry.
Dingleberries, yeah.
Elderberries look small.
Well, Adonis now doesn't feel so bad about his hand.
Yeah, I'm like, you know what? I could have done worse. I
Right,
could have
sure.
taken that necklace.
Hey, don't worry. There's a curse for all of you all, eventually.
Dun dun dun.
All right, you guys.
Amber is keeping a very even face during all this, and when everybody else is laughing, he's kind of still somewhat serious and trying to record as much information as possible.
All right. Well, I'm off. As he transforms into the woods and turns into a squirrel. Thank you. Squirrel, squirrel.
Thank you! That was the most fun I had in the last decade.
He was so informative, wasn't he? I didn't know this. All this alternative information, so cool.
Very interesting indeed.
Maybe you could cast a good berry in here too, and maybe get some more of those special berries while we're here.
I think any berry will do, and I've got some ideas of things that might.
No ideas. No ideas.
You could maybe get like
There
some
will be
pineapple-shaped
options.
berries.
I don't need
The
options.
You
We
just
can-
have to
Don't
swoosh it up and
worry.
put it in. That's all.
I think I think blueberries will suffice.
Watermelons are berries.
No, I
You
don't
know,
believe they are.
I heard there's some berries out here native to Thailand that are like sort of gooey.
What's the
So that might
spikiest?
be better.
Oh, durian. Gross.
All right,
Oh.
enough discussing my ailments. Shall we continue?
Yes, we shall.
Well, just one more thing. I think we could maybe work up to like the bigger size berries. You know.
This is not up for discussion. This is my my
Oh, what
my
are we gonna
burden
put the
there.
inventory for the item now?
Dragon fruit?
No,
No, okay.
no. I'm just
Don't-
kind of curious what he's gonna write in for those berries in his inventory.
I just put
Don't
an
worry,
answer.
Xylas, here in my very capable small hands.
I love it.
I can very much handle it myself. Thank you.
Are you sure?
Alright, as you guys begin to travel further, you see the clearing
Re-
grows wider as you continue eastward. Ruined architects seem to be suddenly looming over you as you realize what you thought were trees are actually towering pillars. Kind of fluted marble, overgrown with vines and green moss. The columns stand in 2 rows marching towards a massive stone temple facade. As you see, the ruins are worn, unfathomably aged, and several of the pillars are toppled and shattered centuries ago. You do see dozens of gargantuan tree roots as they win their way through the clearing, climbing over the fallen pillars and rapturing the walls of the temple.
I'm willing to try and sneak up there.
I can join you in sneaking.
Oh, it's going to be great. I have heavy armor. Oh, 14. Yay.
Oh,
I try and tuck and roll from like this bush to then over here to there to.
I
try
thought
and steal-
I thought that was your pseudo dragon.
No, that was my Moograin.
Oh.
And it's Hollylockala, or you can call him Holly.
Alright.
As you begin to watch some of the roots begin to attack you, I like to roll initiative.
As a druid, am I getting any off feelings from this area?
Yes. It feels ominous and it feels rather kind of corrupt. You see no guards guarding this temple, but you see the roots attacking you. These ancient oak tree roots begin to slither and move on their own accord, trying to stop you from going in, as they're everywhere. So,
Does my creature share my initiative or
yes.
okay?
Which creature do you have? Oh, your little like.
Stimfay.
Is it a familiar or is it a pet? Do you summon it?
No.
If it's not summoned, then it has its own initiative.
Okay.
Mine
Yeah.
was summoned.
Yours is summoned, so yours is on your Sam.
Yeah, when I hit initiative on the Stimfay page, it like overwrote mine.
That's weird.
were you clicking on your token?
I'll try that again. Oh yeah, there we go.
Alright, as each root on each turn begin to attempt to attack. Alright, let me see if it does hit. So they're going to attack on your turns, each of you. See if they hit you or not. That's going to hit the Stimfay, it misses.
Can we see them, or are they just kind of?
The entire tree grove is the roots. Like you're right next to all of it.
Okay.
Seems like nature's attacking you, stopping you from going in.
Well, the Simfei is going to be flying.
So you can attack them if you like, or avoid them and just try to get in.
Simfei is just going to fly inside.
Okay.
And stop the. I don't.
Alright. That's Astros, you're gonna get attacked. 10's a miss.
Astraeus will create a bonfire underneath the one that tried to attack him,
Okay.
and then he'll start
It
taking
automatically
off.
takes the damage because it can't do anything.
Automatically take off to right here.
Okay. Silas. This one begins to try to wrap around you. It fails.
He's going to kind of hop inside.
Okay. It's Timbre. 13 is a miss, I'm assuming.
It is barely, but it is a miss. All right, so I'm gonna move in here with everybody else, and everybody come this way.
Adonis. 4's miss.
15. Can I move? Yeah. Just behind.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll move just behind, and then that's the end of my turn.
Sure. Just click on the EOT button. Alright, as you. 22 to hit.
Of course.
Alright, you do take damage. So it does 4 points of bludgeoning damage to you as it grapples you.
Of course.
You can try to break the grapple. It is a strength check.
I'm not good at strength, guys. Can I?
You can attack
Attack?
it, yeah.
Yeah. I'll go with the nice spear that Vulgrim led me.
23's a hit. Whooshing! 8.
8%.
It's still alive. Barely.
Of course. And that doesn't. That's about it.
Okay. I'm guessing the pseudo dragon is the green. Okay.
Yes, it is. So we're gonna, because it's wrapped around my neck, I clicked wrong.
20 to hit.
But-
green.
Yes, it will hit.
So you take 3 points of damage as you're restrained. Oh, not restrained. Grappled. My apologies. You cannot move.
I try and break my grapple.
Okay, give me a strength check. "21 as you snap through the binds. It's an action.
I try and at least get my hand out there for my friend to grab, and I will be helping him.
Okay. So you're gonna stay here. Alright. Eve.
Yep.
19 to hit
Yeah, that gets me.
as you're grappled. As you take 1 point of damage.
Okay, I will try to stab at it.
Alright. 23's a hit, and you just stab it. 3 damage. It gets damaged a little bit. Alright, Stimfei, what does it want to do?
Let's see. It is going to fly over and it's going to shoot at the root holding Evie with a pinion storm.
14's a hit. 3 damage.
3 damage.
On Eve, I'm guessing.
Yeah, on the root.
Right.
Holding her. And that'll end its turn.
Alright, Astros is going to attack again. Misses. Create bonfire.
Yeah, I'm gonna create one underneath Evie.
It will.
My thing doesn't.
It will hit her. It's an AoE.
Never mind. I won't create bonfire then. I will. From here, I will cast a thorn whip
Okay.
on the one that is affecting Callus.
Okay.
Alex. Where's my thorn whip?
19's a hit. Alright, it's nearly destroyed.
And then I will get in.
Okay. As you do notice, as soon as you hit the temple, the vines leave you alone. Alright, Silas.
Okay, stepping out onto the edge. I guess he'll try shooting an arrow at the one holding Evie down.
Okay. That's it. As it destroys the vine.
And then I'll end his turn.
Camber.
Amber is going to pull out his panpipes and play some inspirational music directed at Calyx. Bardic inspiration for him.
Nice.
Sweet.
Very nice. Get a clover. Alright, Adonis.
I'm going to head out.
Can't hear you, really quiet.
I'm gonna head out. Try and pull you out of the vines. How would I do that?
Mugrain's already doing it. I'm using the help
Yeah.
action.
Okay.
You can attack him if you want with a weapon or something.
Well, can I grapple him?
What are you talking about? They're vines.
Yeah, no, I meant can I grapple like? Can I grapple?
You can't really grapple the vines when they're grappling him. It's like
No, not the vines.
You want to grapple me?
Yeah, can I grapple you and then pull you in?
he's stuck. That's the problem. You can't pull him out.
Oh, like there's no strength check I could do.
You have to. Oh, you're trying to break his bindings. Okay, my apologies.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like,
you can
just
try to
trying
break his
pull him.
bindings. Yeah, roll me a strength check. He uses his one hand trying to break it. 4. It's probably the same with the strength check. As you fail, to break his
Okay.
bindings. That's your action.
That's it. That's it.
You don't want to stay inside.
All right. Well, he ends his turn there. All right, Calyx.
We're gonna try.
Oh, the vines are almost broken, or you can try to break it. You have advantage on breaking it with Moo Green helping you.
I do have the bardic inspiration, so I think I'm gonna try to break through.
Okay.
Athletics.
Yep. Just
Or-
don't get a shitty 1.
Well,
There you go. You don't need it. As you break the vines with the help of.
more green.
Yeah.
Just make my way into the temple.
Okay. All right.
I notice my friend is free, so I step over and
9's a miss.
push my friend on here with some of my movement onto the platform. And I'm going to then continue my movement towards my friend over here and see if I can try and help at all. First, yeah.
Okay.
I think that's all I got because I have 40 speed. And that was an action to move him, right? Or just movement?
It's just half your movement.
Okay. Then I'm going to continue over here. Come on, let's go. And you can jump on my back if you'd like. And I ready an action to move away as fast as possible.
Alright. So you get attacked again as you're grappled.
Yay.
You cannot run away. So you take 1 point of damage.
Grappled. Okay, I can help. I'm here.
All right, I will stabby stab the vine.
Okay. You
And I
fumble your
missed.
dagger as it drops on the ground. Tink, tink, tink. Alright, so now it's going to attack the Simfei. Misses.
Yeah, the stem phase is gonna fly back and wait.
Astros.
I don't know how much that will reach over there. 5, 10, 15. Well, how far does Thorn Whip reach? 30 feet.
That's a late miss.
And then I'll head back in.
Alright.
And I'll shoot at the root grabbing her.
That's it. As you destroy the root. Camber.
Well, Timber can't really see exactly what's going on down there. He just hears people yelling. So he's just going to kind of make a step back and make sure everybody here is okay. He's going to ask, you okay? You okay? Everybody okay in here? Take any damage? Where's Evie and Moo?
Moonrain?
Are they the ones I hear out there to the north of me?
Yep.
I can't see them. My light's limited. And I'll hold casting a vicious mockery on something if it comes within range.
Okay.
You get among the vines.
Adonis.
Yeah. I can't see up there, but I'm like, Moograin, are you guys good up there?
Think so.
Okay. And I'll just stand making sure there's no other threats coming from the noise we're making. Anything I should roll for that or no?
Not really.
Okay.
See if we can move a little bit more to get a better sight. Already in action, in case another set of vines just grapple more on Eevee, just shoot him down
Okay.
with the short bow.
Alright, this one's attacking Moograin. Hits.
Yes,
Restrains. 4 damage.
of course.
As you can now fire your shot if you're holding it, you can see them.
Yeah.
Making that.
17's a hit. Roll damage.
Uh,
8.
8 plus the sneak attack.
Alright, you destroy it as Moograin's free again.
Well, for my movement, I'm going to grab my friend and run back. And at half my movement speed, I'm going to dash because I believe I can get to just inside the temple and I want to throw her to the side.
All right. So,
And she should be right there. Yep.
all right. Let's go then.
Thanks, McGree.
Anytime.
She was stuck in a loop. She couldn't get out.
It's like they had it out for me.
Oh, let's watch out for that in the future. Oh, darn it. Left your dagger that I'm going to use at dash and go out there
No, it's
and come
okay.
back.
Oh,
It's
just hand her
okay.
my dagger.
Oh, okay.
I've got multiple daggers.
Oh, okay. I love my daggers. I don't want to lose it, so just making sure.
I suppose we should find our way into this temple now.
Yeah, first.
Seems to be an opening over here.
Yes, you do see what looks like an antechamber. The temple's antechamber is wide, a rectangular room, shrouded in darkness, but for a faint ray of light coming through the entrance. The room smells of a wet, earthy, as the floor is rather carpet with soggy dead leaves. As you see beyond that, you see an upper floor of the temple consists, but you can't really. As you can see, 4 different rooms in different locations. As you begin to make yourself in here, upon the looking of the place, you do see, quickly enough, there is a broken bronze shield on the floor that appears to be centuries old. It bears a symbol of the Dragon Lords. Inscribed along the edges of the shield are scenes of dragon-mounted warriors subjugating in a race of 6-armed cyclopses. As you can see, that itself is, you can roll a history check. The DC is a 15.
My history check from before. Does that work for this?
No.
Because I think
You would
I
have
got
to.
some.
You would have to roll it.
Sorry, I was muted. Can I cast guidance on myself?
Sure.
It's just the whole. I know the stuff about the. What is it? The
17.
It's just a history check. Like in new areas, you can't use the old one, so it's either you get it or you don't. But once someone gets it, you can ascertain it again.
I meant like the Geigens. Like I still know all of that stuff. About
Yeah,
the-
no, someone spoke of it already earlier on.
Okay. Okay.
As you see of this name, is he was once one of the dragon lords. As the shield is beyond repair.
Same.
So you eventually enter a new chamber. You see the Chamber of Sidon. This chamber is dominated by
You know
a
what?
beautiful marble statue of a Titan of Sidon. The Lord of Storms sits upon a throne, hunching it slightly so that his massive form seems too large for this room. The ceiling is domed with an oculus that allows through a broad ray of light. The Sidon holds a large mirror which catches the light and directs it through a small shaft that opens below his feet.
I step over the hole and kind of peek over.
As you see, the center of this chamber is quiet, and there is no animal sounds. The statue seems to stare at the heroes.
The statue's looking at us.
Yeah.
I pick up the shield. I put it in my pack.
Okay.
Yes, I was gonna back up.
As you see the mirror reflecting into the small hole, as you see the small hole is the size for a creature that can crawl in the shaft. So an animal shape form.
Or my pseudo drake.
Can go down there if it wants to, but you can't see through its eyes.
Can someone put light on my pseudo drake and I'll send it down there?
I don't know
Yeah.
how long that hole will be, but give it a shot.
Okay. Friend, please go explore down there. We will happily help if any issues arise. And I send it down there.
All right, it disappears as it goes on its own journey. In the meantime, what do you guys want to do?
But it has lights, so can we
Yeah,
see
yeah.
anything?
You can't
or-
see anything. It goes down pretty far.
While that's going on, Zaz will kind of just look around the perimeter.
Okay.
Is this a door here?
Mm-hmm.
Is it locked or latched or anything like
It
that?
looks like it's shut. As Timbre, you begin to look around the vicinity. You see the ancient baths. You see this expanse, rectangular room is shrouded in darkness. You hear the echoing sounds of droplets falling to a vast pool of the deep, a rather kind of a stagnant water, as black vines and massive tree roots climb down the wall and wind across the room.
I'll pop back in. Hey guys, there's water back here or something like that. Or something that sounds like water.
And there's a door over here as well, but let's wait until Mograin's Drake comes back.
Yeah. I think Mugrain's saying that she can see through her pseudo dragon. She got all its senses.
Okay.
You'll allow, otherwise I can at least sense if it's in danger or
Right. As it
coming back or
enters
whatnot.
in, it sees this rather expensive cave as the garden of strange ferns and fragrant flowers. Luminizing fungus and a massive tree stump sits in the center, and overgrown by a carpet of green clovers and a stream of clear water winds through the trunk, babbling noisily as the light streams in a far opening in the stone ceiling as the air is pleasantly damp and smells of a garden as it's very intoxicating. As you find yourself, the pseudo dragon, in a rather place where there's rare plants and various kinds of flowers grow, as you see rather a strange ancient glade down below.
I'd try and see if I can see like any entrance or exits or
Roll me a
um
roll me a stealth check with your creature.
oh, I do have a stealth check. Awesome.
All right.
14.
As you do see many entrances in many directions, as you do see a stairs that would lead into this area. As this place is ancient and rather beautiful, but as you do see two goatlings chasing a young man around the glade, as they look like they're playing a game. As you do see a few other goatlings in the distance, as it looks
Two
like
goatlings chasing a what?
a young man around the glade. As you see him shriek as they grab him, as they release him, as they consume the chase.
Okay, I'd ask my Drake to come back then.
Okay. So it slithers back up.
Wow, guys, there's some beautiful stuff down there. Lots of rare fruits and vegetables, and there's goatlings chasing a young man, but when they get caught, it's okay, he's released. There's lots of
Did you say?
entrances.
Did you say goats?
Yeah, goatlings.
Things. They're different than me.
As they look creepy as fuck. Enjoy.
Lovely.
Oh, that is creepy.
They're like your cousin, basically.
Oh, those aren't normal goats. The way you're describing them. I love goats. They're one of my favorite animals. That's not a goat.
Goat adjacent.
Creepy eyes, but they're
It's gonna haunt your dreams now when you sleep.
Mm-hmm. Astros doesn't like the description that she's giving him.
Yeah, that is a lot creepier than I was expecting. I think
I
you
knew
meant
they had to be different than satyrs, which are half goat, but I wasn't quite expecting that either. Yeah.
I thought you meant just like baby goats.
No, they're
I did too.
goblins.
I've never seen them before. That is crazy.
Yeah, either.
But there's lots of entrances and exits. But as a Minotaur, I'm good at mazes and labyrinths. So hopefully we can get through this well.
Good.
So lead on to where was that door you saw?
Right over here.
Southeast or west?
Your timber kind of give a deep gulp and go, goatlings? You saw goatlings down there?
Yes, it seems I did.
Do you got a problem with them? Are they like your cousin or something?
Well, I mean, now that the oracles kind of read our prophecies in front of us and all that, maybe I should let you know a little thing about me. I was cursed by Lotharia herself.
Are you serious?
I wish I wasn't, but yeah. It seems that fey creatures and undead have a real affinity to me, and I wouldn't be surprised if they bypassed all of you and just came right at me.
I'll make sure to protect you. I think my great grandpa or something like that made a deal with Tharia, and that's why I'm where I am.
Cranky?
She's.
You know what? You're right, cranky. That I am pissed off about it.
As Calix has seen his father, he's like, God damn, I'm gonna be obese.
Well, I know what's on my future. Diabetes.
Diabetes. You can't get it though. You're a demigod. You just get weight
I'll just be fat.
fat.
Yeah, they call my curse Lotharia's joke, but it's not funny.
Stay behind me. I'll try to protect you.
All right. Well, enter session here as we continue onwards in the Mossy Temple next week. Reminder on payment if you haven't paid, and I will see you guys real soon. So hopefully you have a great week.
It's good.
You too.
Yeah, next week.
Good game.